today's video, we're featuring another yellow slip. Man, way too many of these going on this season. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why must I continue to showcase how terrible I am at this on the channel? If you guys enjoy this content, please hit the like button because some of it is hard to publish. Stay tuned.
In Super Pro, Chris Gall, Trip South Dakota, came into the weekend in third.
And I'm gonna take you traveling the world. I can love you. Yeah, I'm gonna love you.
Tom Bagger, Tommy, champion from South Dakota. Tom Gall, Tom Gall, telepathic on the starting line. 004 goes 496.4, 495 dial at Gall, taking 7th out with the strike.
Cross my heart and hope to die.
The GallStar TV YouTube channel. If you haven't watched it yet, you best be paying attention after this. They make incredible content.
What's up, guys, and welcome back to another video where I oftentimes showcase so many ways to lose at this sport that we love, and today is no exception. One of my least favorite things to do on the channel is to share the yellow time slip. We all hate the yellow time slip. I despise coming back to the trailer with the yellow time slip. Can you relate? Comment down below. And before I even get started, I'm just gonna lay it out there. I was 51 on the tree on this lap, and that is why I lost this race. It's on me. I'm 100% taking accountability. I screwed up. I messed up on the starting line. Terrible reaction time. Go ahead and leave your comments down below. I'll scroll right past those. I'll go straight. Hey, where the positive comments at? I'll find them. I'll find the positive comments and I will read those. I still wanted to make a video about this particular lap because an interesting topic kind of comes from it. And I was actually chatting with my old man. I told him what happened in this race. I ran him through it. He did not believe me on something that I said I did during this race. He said, "You can't do that. You can't make that happen." I said, "Yes, I do." And I wanted to share that with you guys here on the channel. What exactly happened during this pass? As embarrassing as it is, I do like to sprinkle little tips and tricks, things that I do. I love learning about things that you guys do. Maybe there's things that I do that you maybe haven't thought of, or maybe there's things that you do that I haven't thought of. I love the conversation down below, and there's something that I did during this run that I wanted to showcase here on the video because the old man said, no, I don't believe you. But you guys, you can do it. Let's run through it right now. What was interesting about this lap is that my opponent and I were dialed very close to heads up. I was dialed in at a 495, he was dialed in at a 493. Now I believe that I was sitting on at least a couple numbers on this one. I could probably run a 493. He had a 493 on the window. That's where we were at, right? I thought that I could definitely break out on this lap. And let me be clear, this is an example of a technique and a way to run the race that almost worked. It didn't work. There's no win light involved here. But it almost worked. It almost worked. And maybe that's just a little bit of something that you guys can take away and think about in your own racing operation. So, full disclaimer, didn't work, but I tried. So like I said, we're dialed about heads up. So this will only provide any benefit to you if you were racing against somebody who is about heads up. I staged the car. The tree came down. I hit the tree. It wasn't great. I probably should have bumped. I didn't. But what you'll notice here is that I actually bobbed my head down pretty hard right before the car launched. What I'm actually doing is I'm glimpsing over at the other car. I'm trying to see which car moves first. I'm dialed slower. I should be moving first by quite a bit. And I was able to notice, by bobbing my head down and looking over at that other car, I was able to notice that that is not what happened. I knew, you guys, that I was beat on the tree. I knew it at the starting line. And how valuable is it to know that information at the starting line rather than waiting to the finish line, right? If you can somehow gain a little edge, gain a little bit of information, gain that first piece of the equation that is the math problem that happens going down the racetrack, if you can learn that just a skosh earlier than your opponent, that is an advantage, you guys. So what I was trying to do here on this nearly heads-up race, I was trying to look at the other car while our cars launched. This is where I lost the old man. He's like, there's no way you can see that. I don't believe that you can actually see which car leaves first by doing that. But you guys, if you try it, you can do it. You have to be able to launch your car with your head sideways. You have to be able to feel when your car is launching, and you have to be able to visualize and see when the front wheel on his car moves. That's what I do, and I can do. I can tell you with confidence that I know whether or not my car moves first or my opponent's car moves first. Now, if it's an exactly heads-up race, then it's easy to tell who has the advantage, right? Now, it wasn't an exactly heads-up race, but I knew that I should have left a little bit ahead of him. I hoped that I left a lot ahead of him because that means I would have the reaction time advantage. But in this situation, I was killed on the tree. I had a terrible reaction time. We're past that. We're past that part. But I knew that his car moved before mine. I knew that I did not have an advantage. I knew that I was dead late on the tree by looking over at the other car. I knew that I was late on the tree, and I knew that my car could run under. If you look at the increments, he's a 493 car, I'm a 495 car. My increments should be slower. But if you look at this, I was faster. To the 60 foot, I was faster by 3. To the 330, I was faster by 2. And, and then at the end, obviously, I knew that I needed to dump because I knew that I was going to be under. I knew I was beat on the tree. So I ran down there and I just stomped on the brake pedal as hard as I could. So what I was attempting to do is recognize where I was on the tree. And I successfully recognized where I was on the tree. I knew I was beat. And I knew that I could run under. So I needed to go down there, try to push him out as far as I could, dynamite the brakes. That's exactly what I did. And I went 125 miles an hour to his 138 miles an hour. Fed him 49 stripe, just hoping that he would go under. But he runs dead on with a 7, of course. So, no good. This is literally an example of something that is so close to working, right? So this is just a quick tip, maybe just give you some ideas to think about. If you're in a heads-up race, don't waste those. This is obviously just for top bulb racing, but if you're in a heads-up race, don't waste those. Look over at the other lane, see if you can decipher who has the reaction time advantage, because that's totally going to help you decide how to play it out on the finish line. So that's what I did. I knew I was beat up front. I knew that I could drive the car under the dial. I went down there and just hossed on the brakes as hard as I could, and unfortunately didn't make it happen. The opponent run dead on. 49 stripe ahead of me. Yellow time slip. So if you enjoyed this kind of content, definitely leave me a comment down below. Say, yo, this was a great video. I really enjoyed it. That really helps me try to decipher what I should do next. If you get value out of these videos, please whomp on the like button. If you dislike this video, whomp twice on the dislike button. Thank you guys so much for visiting GallStar TV Swag Shop. This is one way you can help support the creation of more videos just like this one. gallstartv.com, links down in the description. I will catch you guys in the next video. Later. Let's be sure to thank today's video sponsor, which of course is Dale's A1 Transmission. Long Motorsports hooking us up with the best dang transmission available out there for bracket racing purposes. You guys check them out. Mitchell, South Dakota, Long Motorsports Performance Transmissions, brought to you by Dale's A1 Transmission. That's where you're gonna get your long performance transmission exclusively at Dale's A1. Phone number is 605-996-7102. Reach out to them, you guys. They're gonna have your back for the most consistent, durable transmission products for not only your race car, okay? Your race car, your motorhome, your daily driver, your hot rods, your street rods, they have what you need over at Dale's A1 Transmission. Information down in the description below. Check them out the next time that you're in need of anything transmission related. And thank goodness they're out here at the racetrack supporting the racers too, because how appropriate is it that they're bringing you today's video when last year at this exact race, they were there to save me. When I broke an input shaft, they were there late night. I mean, it took like 2 seconds because there were so many people helping, and all the boys over from Dale's A1 Transmission were a huge support to us and huge help to us and helped us get back on the track last year at this exact event. It was an amazing teamwork, and so happy to have everybody over from Dale's A1 Transmission on board. And so make sure you're showing them your support. Information down in the description below.